national television.
Hi, I'm Clara Wagner with Talkback for Teens, and this is the Teen Forum on sleep. So I'm joined here by 3 teens. Do you guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves? Just your name and your age.
Hi, I'm Nakaya and I'm 18.
Hi, I am Jenna and I am 11.
Hi, I'm Libby and I'm 17.
Cool. Thanks a lot for being here. So just to start off with, we are talking about sleep. So in a perfect world where there were no constraints, how much sleep would you like to get? Like, how much sleep is like your perfect amount?
Like 10 hours?
10 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Long enough to actually be able to walk through the day and not feeling completely exhausted.
Probably like a whole day, like 24 hours.
Nice. So I feel like this probably doesn't apply to you because I feel like I already know the answer. But are you getting that amount of sleep?
No.
No. So how much are you getting
Like
on average?
5 or 6.
About maybe 7 or 6 hours.
Probably like, 6 hours or so.
6 or 7?
Yeah.
How well rested versus tired do you feel in general?
Well, it doesn't really matter how much sleep I get. I'm still tired all day.
Probably on a radio from tired to not tired, probably about maybe 6'5". Wait, no, that's 6'4".
Okay.
I'm mostly like energized, so probably like 9
Okay.
on a
So you
scale of
feel
10.
like you don't generally feel tired?
No, not really.
Do you guys see your sleep change a lot between, for those of you that are in school, between like the school year and the summer, or maybe like when you're working versus when you're on vacation, or does it stay pretty consistent?
For me, it stays pretty consistent because, it's senior year and I don't have that many classes. So I just go home and go to sleep
Nice.
when I come home.
Nice.
Well, since I have to get up at 5 in the morning because my parents work, and probably about that.
Okay. Yeah. So you mentioned coming home from school and then going to sleep. So for you guys, where do naps fit into your general sleep patterns? Do you nap every day? Do you never nap? Do you like to nap? Are your naps long, short? What's your approach?
I catch any time I can get it. I just catch it, so it just comes.
For me, it's like every other day I take a nap. It's not really every day because sometimes I have to do certain things and I really don't have time until the end of the day to go to sleep.
I don't really take naps.
Okay. When you do take naps, do you feel like it helps you feel more rested?
Not really.
No.
I'm just sleep.
Yeah, it's not really any difference in the day.
Alright. So when you do sleep, and especially at night, do you feel like, are you sleeping well? Are you staying asleep? Are you lying in bed for hours, not being able to actually fall asleep?
I be asleep for a couple hours and I have to like wake up in the middle of the night to like use the bathroom or like get something to eat or something.
Well, I usually go to bed at least 11 when I really shouldn't because I'm reading just stories on my phone for hours and upon hours. It's probably a bad habit.
I'm the kind of person that'll like be able to sleep all day and stay up all night. So basically, that's how my schedule is.
Okay. Yeah. So, and that's something I'm really curious about. So you mentioned being on your phone before you go to sleep. And when we talked to a sleep expert, that was kind of like her big thing was that like when it comes to sleep and like developing good sleep patterns and behaviors and all that, kind of the big thing for her was not having screen time before bed. So TV, computer, phone, iPad, whatever else you're looking at that it's not restful, that it kind of like keeps you from actually trying to go to sleep as early as you should, and then how like the lights like trick your eyes into thinking that it's daytime and screw up your circadian rhythms. So how do screens fit into you going to bed? Is it I'll just ask that.
Well, probably it's bad habit because then, as you said, it tricks your eyes into thinking that daylight is still out and you can't go to sleep yet. Actually, usually on my phone, I actually activate which is called blue light, which in your brain it sends a signal that it's not daytime anymore because it's a less harmful light or something like that, and then you'll be able to fall asleep easier after using your phone or whatever with blue light. Yeah.
With me, the problem isn't really the light, but it's actually like my attention towards my phone, because I always know that something's going to pop up and I'm going to have to check it.
Yeah.
So that's what keeps me awake, because I'm always like on my phone trying to, get things done.
My phone's always dead,
So it's not an issue.
I just go straight to sleep. I
like that approach.
I don't be caring about social media anyway. So.
Nice, good for you. Major kudos. So you mentioned that you will turn on the blue light, or like I know on iPhones, like now they have like the night shift. So that's a way of kind of like making a conscious effort to make your sleep routine better. Are there other things you have done? Like, will you ever be like, okay, like I'm gonna change my routine, like I'm gonna start going to bed earlier, or I'm gonna, like, will you consciously try and change the way you sleep in order to feel better rested?
I have tried, but it was never successful.
What kind of things did you try?
I've tried to like set myself like certain times, like put alarms on my phone, like, okay, it's time to go to sleep, but it never works because I always have something to do.
Right. I hear that.
Well, usually I try to go to sleep at an earlier time, and sometimes that does work, and then I feel better rested, but me being the child that I am, I just won't, I'll be stubborn and I won't want to go to bed because just sleeping is just, there's precious time that I'm supposed to be spending doing other things. I'm not supposed to be sleeping. Yeah.
I hear that.
Well, it's just a natural thing for me to just go to sleep early, so I really just be asleep. I just make myself go to sleep. I don't really just like...
You feel like going to sleep, and you do. I like it. So that's another thing. So when we go to sleep, so the researcher talked about, the sleep researcher that we talked about, and lots of studies show that, so when you're a kid, you go to bed early and you wake up early. Same is true for adults-ish, but teens, that whole pattern kind of shifts. So in general, teenagers tend to get sleepy later on and then like to sleep in. So do you feel like that doesn't apply to you? Like you'd rather go to bed early and then do you wake up early?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So you have more of like that earlier shift. What about you guys? You said you like to stay up all night.
I like to sleep all day, and yeah.
Okay, so that definitely applies to you.
But the thing is, it's weird because I'm a morning person. Like I'm perfect with that. So it's like it switches up all the time.
Do you prefer going to bed later and then sleeping in later?
Yeah, because, yeah, pretty much.
Okay, yeah. And then, how is it getting up in the morning? One of the big things that's kind of going on in the sleep research community or with sleep legislation is the idea of school start times. Naturally, teenagers' bodies want to sleep in later. It makes sense to have later school start times, according to a lot of people, because then teens end up feeling better rested. But obviously, that hasn't happened in many places. So you're still having to wake up really early as a general rule. So how do you guys feel about that in terms of, would you want school times to be shifted later? Is it hard for you to get up in the morning as is? Do you think that that's like a feasible thing that schools could or would actually do?
Well, probably, yeah, because then actually they would be able to have better grades, and that would just be better in the entire just schoolyard thing. And, well, teenagers' bodies actually need the later sleep times because that's when our brain functions better. So, sadly, schools are not actually not a lot of places are shifting the times to a later time, and then it's just yeah, our brains are just not working.
Yeah.
I feel like it all depends on what the child's routine is and, how much they have to get done in school. Because for me, I really don't worry about the times in schools because, like I said, I'm a senior and I get out earlier. And I think that lower grade children would be more worried about the times other than, when we're about to get out of school and we're seniors and we really don't have, we have the time to be in school and also be outside of school.
Uh-huh. That makes sense. I know you're not in school at the moment, but back when you were, would you have preferred it to have a later start time?
No. I like it early because if it was later, I would never get up. So I just if it's early, I'm going to just go. I'm already have everything set out and everything, so.
Quick like a Band-Aid, kind of yeah.
I'm going to just have to deal with it. So.
Right. Yeah, might as well. Do you notice a difference throughout the day in terms of your energy level? Do you tend to, the first couple periods of the day or the first couple hours of the day, do you feel more groggy than at the end of the day? Or do you start off the day feeling energized and then kind of slump throughout the day?
Well, for me, actually, whenever I go to bed later, because as I said, I like to read on my phone, I actually, when I wake up in the morning, I feel slightly more energized, and then slowly through the day, I just get more tired and tired and tired until when I get home, yeah, not happening. Homework, nope, 15 minutes, nap, because I'll be just too tired for my brain to do anything, really.
Right, you're drained at that point.
Yeah.
I think that my energy depends on the night before, but mostly I'm groggy in the morning time and then I'll get more energized throughout the day because I've already done stuff.
Right. That's what I am too. In terms of when you are feeling tired, do you use anything to perk yourself up or keep yourself awake in terms of coffee, caffeinated tea, energy drinks? I don't know if there's anything else anybody uses.
I don't use any of that in the morning time, but somehow I'm always awake. I don't know what it is. Maybe, I watch TV in the morning time. So it keeps me up because I want to see what happens.
Right when you wake up in the morning?
Yeah.
So before you go to school?
Yeah.
Cool. No, that's interesting. And then you feel because that grabs your attention.
That I'm up now.
Interesting. How long do you usually watch TV for before you go to school?
Well, I keep my TV on all night, so it's just on when I wake back up.
Got it. They're waiting for you.
Energy, therefore floating in the air. Anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Usually I don't drink coffee or tea because that would probably make me go crazy, as I am younger than all of you. And but usually I'll actually take a nap, and it'll be long or short depending on what I have at that time. I have chorus sometimes in the morning that I have to go to, and then I'll have a shorter nap, but when I don't have anything in the morning, I'll just take a longer nap. And yeah, that usually wakes me up pretty well, depending on if I actually go to sleep during that nap, which usually then I'm tireder, which is weird, and then if I actually stay awake during the nap time or whatever, I actually am more energized, and it's weird. It's supposed to make me more energized, not more tired. It's working in reverse here.
Right.
Yeah.
So wait, are you saying that you'll nap in the morning?
Yes.
So you wake up, and then you go back to sleep, and then you wake. I'm just confused. I've never heard of something napping. How does this work? Walk me through this.
Okay, so basically, whenever I wake up, my parents get me up, and we have to go over my grandma's house because my parents have to go to work early in the morning because they actually work at the hospital.
Got it. Okay, this makes sense now.
And then I take a nap whenever I get to my grandma's house, and I wake up and get ready for the day and blah, 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 have breakfast, whatever, watch the news.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. It all makes sense now. Do you do any coffee, anything like that?
Not really. I just wake up because my brother has school, so me and him argue in the morning, so I'm already awake after that. We just be arguing, so I just be awake already.
All right, I like all these different approaches to what to do in the morning: watching TV, sleeping, but not normal sleep, a nap, and arguing. All different approaches. What about friends? Like when you look at, you feel like the average people that you're surrounded by, how is their sleep? Like, do you see people doing like crazy all-nighters? Do you see people who just sleep all the time? Do you see people that have 6 energy drinks a day? Do you feel like people kind of just have like normal healthy routines?
Well,
Like, how do you see that falling?
well, when I'm up like 4 o'clock in the morning on Facebook, everyone else is up on Facebook, so I'm guessing they're like
Right.
they have bad sleeping schedules too.
Yeah.
Usually for me, whenever, like, in the morning sometimes, or whenever at night, my friend, who will at this time remain nameless, she actually will talk to me over the internet,
Okay.
and yeah, because she doesn't sleep. Like, she legitimately does not sleep at all. And so basically she just stays up talking to me, and I'm just kind of sitting here like, child, I love you to bits, but I need my sleep here. But sometimes I'll just go through it, and sometimes, yeah.
Got it.
My friends be knocked out. So. My friends don't play like they be sleep all day just like me.
Nice. I like it. In terms of priorities, how do you feel like sleep fits in? So when we're looking at homework, Netflix, talking to friends, maybe other stuff you have to do around the house, or other sports activities you do, video games, texting, anything. Where do you feel like sleep falls in? Is it like, I need my sleep and thus like I'm gonna push all of that away? Or is it like, listen, I've got 16 things to do, so I can't sleep until I get all those things done? Or is it like, well, like texting is more fun, so I'll just kind of like hold off on the sleep?
Well, when I'm sleepy, nothing else matters, so I'll just do it tomorrow.
Nice. I like it.
Basically.
Sleep comes first.
Yeah. I don't care about anything.
For me, sleep is usually at the end of the day. Like, I'll get home, I'll do like a 15-minute break. Sometimes it's 20 minutes because I'm too lazy to do my homework. Then I do my homework, and then I just mess around for the day, have dinner, and then I go to sleep or read, or depends what I'm doing that day. Yeah.
Well, at my house we always doing something. We always out, so it's just basically I'm the same as her. Just sleep
Okay.
is at the end of the day.
Uh-huh. Oh, I totally just forgot what I was about to ask. So in terms of where you get your education on sleep, or maybe you haven't gotten any education on sleep, what, out of the things that you know about, I don't know, how much you should be sleeping, what's best in terms of like sleep routines, circadian rhythms, the different parts of sleep, dreams, how much do you feel like you know about sleep, how to get good sleep, the importance of sleep, and like where did you get that information?
Well, nobody's talking, I'll talk. Basically, the only few things I know about sleep is you need 8 to 12 hours of it, which would take up half the day. I still don't understand, like, 12 hours, that's going to take up half of my precious time. And as you said before, that teenagers actually need more sleep in order to function. And yeah, basically I got that from the internet. And what I know about dreams, I know how I try to control them, but it's very difficult, and whatever happened that day or whatever I'm thinking about will go into my dreams, and I'm just kind of sitting here like, no, if I had a bad day, it'll be a bad dream. I'm just like, yeah.
Well, yeah, I know the basic stuff, like how many hours you're supposed to sleep. And like she said, my days do affect my dreams, but mostly my dreams are just a dream of me laying in the bed and me watching me sleep. Like another
Very
me
sleep-centered.
watching me sleep, and it's creepy. But it's like I'm used to it, so it's like, hey, I'm watching me sleep.
Sounds restful.
Yeah, it's creepy though.
So you're Edward from Twilight.
It's something like that.
I know about the 8 to 12 hour thing, and that's it. And dreams wise, like I'm always having nightmares for some reason, so it's just like, I don't know. I'm just waking up out of my sleep all the time because I have like nightmares all the time. So
Yeah.
for some reason, I'm always dreaming about dolls. And I hate dolls,
Oh.
so I'm always having nightmares about dolls. I don't know why.
Interesting. Sorry to hear it. Oh my god, I keep losing my train of thought. Oh, do teachers, coaches, parents ever nag you about sleep or talk about sleep? I know. Yeah, right, exactly. I know that, like, for me, you know, my parents a lot of the time would be like, oh, you need to get to bed, stuff like that. But I've also had teachers who, if you ask them, like, should I go to sleep early or should I do this assignment, they would absolutely say, do the assignment. I don't care about your sleep. So what do you feel like you're hearing from adults?
Well, my mom is the complete opposite of that. Like, I'm mad lazy, so she'll ask me to wash the dishes, and she'll be like, all you do is sleep. So, you gotta do something in this house. So, that's how my mom be.
All right.
Yeah.
My mom is basically like, if you're sleepy, sleepy. Like, go to sleep.
I like it.
Like, go to
Keeping
sleep.
it simple.
Like, go to sleep. And with my teachers, it's like, they're half asleep too. So I mean, like, we're both on the same page. So it's like, just do your work or don't do your work. Like, I don't know. I'm sleepy too.
My parents will actually, like, they want me to actually get some decent sleep. So they'll, like, check on me, like, are you sleeping? And then I'll just fake sleep because I'm still awake because I don't sleep. I am a vampire. And and teachers, likewise, usually I don't really talk to them about sleep very much, but usually they'll keep nagging us about homework. I'm like, we have other things to worry about other than smartness, like our mental health. That's actually one of my main priorities. Yeah.
Are all-nighters ever a thing?
Definitely.
Yes.
Every single night.
Mm.
Yeah.
What is that?
That's the girls who love sleep. So all-nighter is just like when you're awake all night. So.
Oh, no.
I mean, I once stayed awake until 4 a.m. Does that count? Not doing anything.
I'll go for it.
Definitely.
I used to be like that with her.
Yeah.
We used to be like that, but.
Definitely every single night I can stay up. But, you know.
Do you do it as a social thing or as a getting stuff done, cramming for tests kind of thing? Like, if you're staying up all night.
It's just the boring
Just
thing.
staying up all night watching
Yeah.
stuff. Doing
Okay.
stuff.
Got it. If you do that, do you try and, like, account for it later on? Like, okay, I didn't sleep at all last night, so I'm going to take extra naps and sleep extra tomorrow night? Or?
Definitely not.
Yeah, I do
It's just a
that.
straight, don't go to sleep.
All right?
Well, I could go to sleep. It's not like I'm being forced to
Yeah.
not go to sleep.
Yeah.
You know.
That,
You'll try and balance it out?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
Yeah. You go to sleep. So another thing that the sleep expert talked about was ways to improve your sleep routine. So, not eating that close to bed, but also not going to bed hungry. Not doing exercise super close to bed, but having done exercise at some point during the day. Obviously the screen time we touched on, having like a very set routine, so doing the same things every night before you go to bed. Basic stuff like that, having it be dark, quiet, cool. So whether or not you guys already know about those things improving your sleep, are they things that you can see yourself realistically being like, okay, I'm going to change what I do? Or you feel like, listen, this is this is what I do for sleep, and this is what I'm going to stick with?
I pretty much stick with the same routine. Yeah.
Well, a part of my routine is like I can't have lights on when I go to sleep, but my TV I can like have that on. Well, that's part of the light, yeah. So, oh yeah, and I have to sleep in a cold room.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious, do you keep the noise on your TV? Like, do you like the white noise? Or do you
Yep,
keep it
just
off?
really low.
Okay.
Just really low.
I can't have no light in my room. Like, I hate light. And I can't sleep with no TV on or anything, but I can sleep with the fan on and the radio. And in the summertime, it gotta be cold, but like in the fall, that's what it is. It gotta be like warm, like everything. It just gotta be hot in here.
Yeah. Do you guys, like, do you wish that things were different about the way that you sleep? Like, are you happy, like, okay, this is the way I sleep, this is how rested I feel, and I feel good about that? Or is it something where, like, ugh, I just wish that something would change and my sleep would be different and I would feel differently because of it?
Well, I wouldn't like to have this same routine when I'm about to get employed. So I think I would definitely change it up to, you know.
I'm actually pretty happy with my sleep schedule, other than always sometimes feeling tired in the daytime. I wish I could kind of change that a bit.
The same way with her, like if I got a job or something, then I would have to change it up. But other than that, I'm good.
Do you ever keep track of your sleep?
No.
No.
Okay.
Sometimes
I don't think anybody did.
When I'm asleep, I don't even know if I'm asleep.
Hmm?
When I'm asleep, I don't even know if I'm asleep. When I'm awake, I mean,
Me
like,
too.
I feel like
I
I'm
would-
asleep.
That hasn't happened, and
I
my
wake
phone-
up like, I go to sleep at like 2 and wake up at like 11. Like, what just happened?
Boy, it don't even feel like that long. It be like 5 minutes.
I feel like, yeah, 5 minutes.
My friend once was actually late to school because she was dreaming that she woke up and went to school and did all this stuff, and then she was late, and I'm just like, no, you were still asleep. I think you need to kind of alternate what's reality and what's not here.
And like when I was in school, like I'd just be asleep through class. I'd just be like, I hate this class. I'm about to go to sleep. But I wake up and like class still be. I'd be like, oh my god. And they be like calling me. And they be like, go to the principal's office and all that. And I just be like, bruh.
Was it something you could control where it was a conscious decision of this class is boring, I'm going to go to sleep? Or was it I literally cannot keep my eyes open? Like I physically can't keep myself awake and then you fall asleep?
I get bored so
mean-
easily, so I just went to sleep. He
Some-
wasn't talking about anything. So.
Some classes I'll put my head down, but still try to pay attention. Keyword try. But once in my music class, when for the rest of the class we couldn't do anything, we couldn't talk, whatever, because we got in trouble. I just put my head down, actually fell asleep, and I woke up to this friend. I don't like him. He's annoying sometimes. Poking me just poking me in the back with a pencil. I'm just like, okay, I am awake. Stop poking me.
Oh, with me,
If you want.
it's like when it comes to schoolwork, I'll stay awake. But if they're just talking, I'll go to sleep and I'll wake up when it's schoolwork time. Like when they give me a paper, then I'll stay awake. But when they're just talking, it's like, let me just go to sleep real quick.
Are there any teachers that will let you sleep in class?
No, it's like a sneak kind
So
of thing.
mad when I be asleep. I just be like, I don't care.
I once fell asleep in math. She wasn't very happy with me.
Okay.
I don't regret a thing because math is boring, but I guess not getting a good one.
Well, thank you guys so much for being here and for talking to us and for just sharing your different opinions and viewpoints. And do you have something to add?
Yes. Am I the only one that sleeps with like a bunch of stuffed animals? Am I the only one that does this?
No, I hate dolls. You gotta say anything that's just
No?
like not real. I just don't.
We got a hand in the audience.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't think you're completely alone. I like extra pillows.
I have a
That counts.
blanket. Like, what's his name? Not Caillou, but like, what's his name?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Charlie Brown. That's what I'm talking about.
Charlie-
Like the dude from Charlie Brown. Like that. I'm a Caillou boy. I'm dead.
Oh, like you have like a blanket that's like your like.
Yeah, yeah.
I
yeah.
Like a
actually
safety
have a doll. I have a doll.
Yeah, your safety things. Cool. Thanks for adding that. But like I was saying, thank you guys so much for being here. We really appreciate it. And I think we're gonna wrap up. So this has been Clara Wagner with Talkback for Teens, and this was the forum on sleep. You can join the discussion at talkbackforteens.com and find all other kinds of good stuff.
Yay! That was good.
That was good.
I didn't even
That
know I
wasn't
was
bad at all.
today. I thought it was just a normal day at the library. But look, I'm on national television.
I take the light from their eyes with sharpened bone I can try. A weapon sturdy and fierce, with it your skin I will pierce. I'm in your room making
Yay! That was good.
That was good.
well fine. I killed you,
Yay! That was good.
That was good.
but mostly I lied. Devil eyed zombie killer, I'm tired of being the one. Devil eyed tried to kill her.
That's okay.
I'm on national television.
Fly.